Hey, I'm Savannah. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be doing this makeup look. I used a lot of new products that I just recently got and I really liked it. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Okay, I'm not really sure what kind of look I want to go for today, but I know I want it to be pretty full coverage. What I'm thinking in my head is like a pink eyeshadow and pink blush and just a super girly look. So I wasn't sure if I was going to go for a matte look or a dewy look, so I just used the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer to start. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. So it's like a 2-in-1. It just looks like this. So this is a super full coverage foundation. So you don't need a lot at all because it's really full coverage. And then to blend my foundation out, I'm going to be using this Sigma F80. This is my favorite way to blend my foundation out because it just makes it look really airbrushed. So you can tell that it is really full coverage, but it's really pretty. I like the finish of it because it's not too matte and it's not too dewy. Like I wouldn't even have to set it if I don't want to. A little bit goes a long way with that foundation because I just put a little bit on and it was the perfect amount. So I'm going to go straight into concealer. And this concealer that I'm going to use is pretty new to me. It's the Jeffree Star Concealer in the shade Peach. So it's like a light pink color, but I like this because it just cancels out any dark circles under your eyes. So I just put a little bit towards the center. And then I'm going to take the Morphe Concealer and I'm just going to put a little bit of this next to it. And then I'll take my damp beauty blender and blend this out. Then I'm going to add just a little bit more concealer because I do want this to be a full coverage look. So I'm going to put a little bit on my forehead, on my nose, and on my chin. And then I'm also going to put some on my eyelids. And this is going to be the primer for my eyeshadow. You can use like an eyeshadow primer if you want, but I think concealer works fine. Okay, so now that my concealer is on, I'm going to go in with a little cream bronzer. So I'm using the Mercier concealer in the shade N9. So you only need a tiny bit of this. So I just put like 2 little dots right there. And then I'm also going to put just a little bit on my forehead and on my nose. And then I'm going to take this Morphe M439 just to buff it out. And then when I buff it out, I do upward motions. And then for my forehead, I push it towards my hairline. So I do the same thing just on my forehead. And then for my nose, I just like bring it down the sides like this. Now all my cream products are on, so I'm going to set everything in place. And for underneath my eyes, I'm going to use the Kylie setting powder in the shade Soft Pink. I really like this because it really brightens underneath your eyes. So I just take whatever was in the cap, and then I'm going to take this Morphe M536 and just set my concealer. And then I'm also going to use this to set my eyelids too, because I definitely don't want my eyelids to be creasy because we're going to be doing eyeshadow. So I put like a little bit more of this than I normally would. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury powder in the shade 2 Medium. I love using this powder just to set the rest of my face. So I kind of just put this in my T-zone because I don't really need to set everywhere because the foundation I used wasn't super dewy or anything. So I'm just putting this in the places that I want it to be super airbrushed looking. And then I think I decided I'm going to make my bronzer and my eyes like completely matte. So I'm not going to do any shimmers on my eyes. And I'm going to use a matte bronzer. So I'm going to use the Hoola Bronzer. This is like the perfect matte bronzer. And since I already have like color on my cheeks for my contour, I'm not going to do too much. This will just like set the cream contour in place. And then I always put just a little bit around my temples and my jawline. And then I'm going to do my brows really quick. So this is the Urban Decay Brow Blade in the shade Neutral Nana. So on one side it has like a little gel liner. And then the other side is like a little pencil like this. So what I do with this is I kind of just outline my brows, and then with the other side I'll fill in like the places that need to be filled in a little bit more. So I'm going to start with the pencil side, and I do this really lightly. Before I keep going, I'm going to take this little spoolie and just brush my brows upwards. So all I really did was the bottom part because I don't really like it filling in my brows too much because I just don't like them looking too harsh. And then I'm going to take the gel liner part and I'm just going to fill in just like the front part right here. And this just makes like little hair-like strokes, so it looks super natural. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do for my brows because I just don't like them too harsh or anything. Now onto the part that I'm super excited about. So I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. I just recently got this and I haven't even tried it yet, but I love the colors in it. They're so pretty, and I swatched some of them and they're super pigmented, so I'm really excited to try them out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this color right here. It's Positivity. It's kind of just like a peachy color, and I think I'm just going to do this all over my eyes. I'm not going to do any other color besides this color. It's just a really pretty matte shade. So I haven't tried any of these colors yet, so I'm super excited. So I'm just going to pack this color onto like a flat brush, and then I'm just going to pack it onto my lid. Yeah, this color is super, super pretty. I really like it. So I'm just packing this onto my lid first, and then I'm going to go in with like a fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend out all the edges and stuff. I just want to get the color on my lid first. Okay, so that color is just on my lid now, and now I'm going to take this really fluffy brush, and now I'm just going to go along my crease and just make sure there's no harsh lines. And I'm kind of smoking this out too. So I'm going along my crease, and then I bring it out just like a little bit. There's really no fallout or anything on my face or even on the pan, so I really like this palette so far. So now I'm going to take just this little liner brush, and I'm going to go in with the same color, and I'm going to run this across my lower lash line. So this will kind of just like bring the whole look together, and I'm not going across all of it. I'm just going to go from right here just to about the center of my eye. So I think that's really all I'm going to do with this eye look. I'm just going to wipe right here just to make sure there's no fallout that like I can't see or anything. So this was just super simple. It's just really blown out and smoky, and I really like how it turned out. And then I'm going to add some false lashes too, so that will really bring the whole look together also. But before I do that, I'm going to use this Dragon Beauty face powder. It looks like this. I use this in a lot of my videos. And then I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and mix both of the colors together. And then put this under my eyes. This just really brightens underneath your eye. I'm going to put the false lashes on, and these are Lilly Lashes in the shade Goddess, and I love these lashes. They're so pretty. They're just really fluffy and girly, and I love Lilly Lashes because you can wear them like up to 20 times or something, and they're still good as long as you take care of them. So I'm just going to pop these on my eyes really quickly. Okay, my lashes are on, and I love how these ones look. They're just so pretty. And then I'm going to put a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes. I usually always put mascara on my bottom lashes because I just love the way that it looks. And then I also put this mascara on my regular lashes before I put the false lashes on too. And this is the Nars Climax mascara, but it's just like the little sample one. I wanted to try this out first, and I actually really have been liking this. So next is a blush, and I'm going to use the iconic London blush in the shade Power Pink. It's just this really pretty light pink blush. You can kind of see the color right there. I wanted to use this because it kind of matches like the exact color that's on my eyes. So I just put like a little bit on my finger, and it looks super bright at first, but like it turns really sheer. And I kind of just put this everywhere because I love blush. So I bring this like on the apples of my cheeks, and then I bring it like up towards my temples too a little bit. So it's like super sheer. But I kind of like it because we have a super bright eye, so I don't want something too crazy on my cheeks because then it'll just take away from it. So I like this one. And I usually put a little bit on my nose too, but I'm just going to skip my nose for today. Then for highlight, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill, the Flash palette. So it looks like this, and the packaging is so pretty. It's like nice and thick, and the highlighters inside are just so pretty. I love all the shades because you have like so many different options, and there's a huge mirror. So you could even use this like to get ready if you were traveling or something, so it's super convenient. So today I'm going to go in with the shade Mesmerized right here because it's just like a pink highlight, so it'll tie the whole look together. So I'm not going to bring this on the apples of my cheeks. I'm just going to focus this on the high points. And then I'm going to bring this down my nose. And I always put just a little bit above my brow bone because then I just like having that extra glow. And then for my inner corner, I'm going to be using the shade Sparks. It's the lightest shade in this palette, so I want something that's pretty light for my inner corner. Yeah, that's really pretty. Then the last thing is the lip gloss. So I'm going to be using the Kylie lip gloss in the shade Daddy's Girl. It's just like a sheer light pink. Okay, that completes this makeup look. I really liked how this look turned out. I think it's super pretty and fun for summer, and I'll probably be doing this look a lot. So make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will have all the products that I used linked down below in the description box.